Hey, and welcome back to our top 100 of all time. We'll be finishing it out today, bringing you 10 through 1. I'm Camilla.
I'm Wendy Yi.
I'm Chris Yi.
And I'm Joey Evans.
All right, before we delve in here to the top 10 of our games, top 10 games of ours, want to talk to you about the conventions that we host. We host 3 conventions a year that we would love to have you attend and play these games, or really any games with us. I think we're often asked a lot, like, when do you have time to play games?
Mm-hmm.
And
only
honestly,
at conventions.
pretty much at conventions.
Yes.
That's where a large portion of playing these games that I know and things like that happen. So we have Dice Tower West, which is on sale right now. You can go to dicetowerwest.com and get your badges and hotel room there. You can also go to dicetowercruise.com. Join us in January for a cruise down through the Bahamas. And that one, this is your last month to get those rooms.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to book your room by November 1st. So be sure to get on there, dicetowercruise.com, and join us for some sun in January. And then mark your calendars, because on November 17th, tickets for Dice Tower East will open up. That's going to be in July in Orlando. So 3 great conventions that we love to play games at. Come join us when you can. We'd love to see you and play these games. And like I said, any of them that you've seen here on the top 100, probably I'm pretty much always down to play. For the most
Yes,
part.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Join
awesome.
us.
Yep, Dice Tower West, Dice Tower East, dicetowercruise.com. All right, top 10 of the 100.
This is going to be a long episode.
Do we want to ask how many new
No,
ones?
I've got to head out of town after this, so no. I have a meeting in Orlando tomorrow. Got to be out before traffic.
I'll just finish your list for you. It's okay.
How are you guys new ones wise? You guys
One.
pretty?
This is my last new one.
One?
One is my last new one. I had nothing new to say to that.
No,
So yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have
Wait, what you said?
No
Nailed
new
it.
ones?
no new ones.
Joey has 4. I'm
I
guessing.
have 11.
And no morals.
Let's jump into it.
Number 10 for me, first time in the top 10, though it's been on the list since 2022.
I like those.
The first Dice Tower
So it's
year.
edged
at the
its
top.
way up.
Yeah,
Okay.
just slowly moved its way up. This is such a fantastic auction game with a bit of push your luck. It's called Raw.
Oh, there you go. Crossover here.
Played this one.
Yeah,
So
I love this one. I love the idea that it does a couple of things I think really well for auction games. One is that everyone has a few chips that they're limited to bidding that amount, so no one's sitting there going like 14, and the next person goes 15. You're like, whoa, wow, what's next, 16? You know what I mean? That slow climb. No,
You're
it's just,
describing For Sale, which is
Yeah.
another game you love, right?
yeah, sure, right? But that also expedites the auction by having multiple things up at once. This one, you have a lot of not a lot, like a ton of, but like a pile of tiles in the middle of the table up for auction at once. And you only have a 3, 7, and a 16 this round to bid with. And I love that whole dynamic. Like, well, I'll bid the 7 for sure. If I go with the 16, I guarantee the win, though. Someone might outdo my 7. You just like those great choices that come with it. Neat set collection. It's a super fun auction game. So I love this one a lot. I like the new printing from 25th Century, and I'm excited to see what the acrylic tiles, how those look and how those hold up and everything.
So what has increased this for you? Like, why did it move to the top 10?
I keep playing it. I keep loving
Yeah?
the 2022, the first year that was on my list, was at 79. And it just kind of like boop, 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 climbed up.
Yeah.
Do you feel did it help it going to the World Series of Board Gaming as well, and just seeing the excitement around the game there and played at that level? Did that help, or was it kind of neutral?
It was definitely my favorite game to commentate last year, because it was one that I was like, I think that it's approachable enough that you can strategically say like, ooh, what would I do here, right? Whereas like a lot of those other tournament games, I'm like, I don't know.
Nice. And you're like,
Yeah,
he
but
took
so-
the green piece.
But yeah, I think there's something to that. It's exciting to watch.
Riveting.
Almost as much as it is exciting to play. I'd rather play,
Yeah.
to be clear. But yeah, it has a great dynamism to it.
There's always a good energy behind
There is.
this game. Yeah.
That's number 10,
Very
Rob.
cool.
It's also Lady Gaga's favorite. I love that Horde of the Board. It's also Lady Gaga's favorite. Rah, 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 rah. I love that.
My number 10 is Aquatica. This one crossover with you, Miller, right?
It is, yes. I think that
with
was
me.
on
Yes,
100, 99, something.
I love
it on
this
my
one,
list?
and I don't know the expansions as well as some people. I know I've played Cold Waters quite a few times, but the new one I've only played once with the coral, like the fancy coral pieces. But what I love about this game is just the clicking up and the engine building of setting yourself up just perfectly, so you can bump this to bump this to bump this to get these cards. You know, I absolutely love that. I like the base game, but I also like being able to have a little bit longer of a game when you change, you know, the objectives and the goals that you're working towards. But it's just all so good. This makes me happy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I still am very happy to play this base game. I enjoy both expansions, but neither do I think are necessary.
Yeah.
Like I know that
so
the
good.
Cold Water one you were talking about is really applauded for that, changing the goal board up
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
I never had a problem with the first one. Like I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
good.
It's all just
Awesome.
very, very
This
good.
is in my 20s, I think. I wrote
Is this your first time have this one getting into your top 10? Do you know?
I don't think so. What was it last year? Oh, it was 12 last year.
Okay.
And 39 the year before. So yeah, it just barely made it
There
up.
it is.
But yeah, this one I've
Right.
played quite a few times this year actually, which has been really cool.
All right, we're going to get my last new entry to the list over with here. First,
Aw.
at number 10 is going to be Kinfire Delve.
Ooh,
This is
Delve.
A Delve, yes. The
need to
Delve is
play
my
this.
favorite. I
Let's
think,
delve
yeah.
on in.
You haven't played it yet?
No. I know.
I'm sure Z will play with you.
No, he won't. He said he wouldn't.
No? Okay, well then you're out of luck because
Why
I
won't
am not.
you play with it?
No.
Sucks.
No, I love this game. I really, this game stands out to me specifically, I think, because I don't tend to really love card games. And this one just sings. I think it's the individual personalities that I feel like the decks have. Each character that you play feels very unique, I guess. And they have their own unique decks as well, but you feel that character's personality. Like if you're the tactician, you're really feeling like you're out there and you're like, oh, if I move this over here and then do this and I can do that for you, is that helpful? Okay, cool, I'll do that. And so you're really doing that. If you're the big, there's one that has this little robot and you really feel like you're a shield. Oh, hey, I can play out all these cards and I have this many shields and so I can block us this many damage. You feel that coming through in just a very simple card game at the end of the day. And then you're all fighting against this one baddie in the middle that has their own unique personality as well. The one being shown here is Callus Lab. I think Callus, he's a mad scientist, and you really feel like that. It's like, I'm doing great. Oh my gosh, his experiment just exploded or something, because it's like super swingy, and you just feel like it's just all over the place, and I love it. But that being said, I'm happy to play any of the characters and any of the baddies, and I love how they can mix up and all feel so unique. So Kinfire Delve is the one that Joey should definitely play.
I know, because I love the Chronicles so much. I love this universe. So
And you already know the characters, so it's the
do.
same characters, but just a different take on it. Kinfire Delve is an absolute gem to me. I love it.
I've only played it 4-player, like mixing the 2 packs at one time.
Wow.
I was like, I bet this would be like really punchy with 2.
It is. It's fantastic
Yeah,
with
that's
two.
Like it was
Yeah.
great with 4 still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited. I've meant to pick this up at 2 Gen Cons. They keep selling out.
Yes.
Before I walk over there, like, okay, well, I'll
Fine.
pick one up eventually.
Order it online or something,
know,
Yeah, it's pretty available. Yeah, anyway. Love it.
all right, my number 10 is actually new to this list. Last couple of years it's been off it. Actually, last Tuesday it was off the top 10 as well.
Just last week, it was number 11.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, now it's there. Surprise.
Magic.
So
Do we know what
this
this
is
was?
Cthulhu Death May Die. And this was actually my 10. I miswrote them down. So Andrew was right. I was incorrect.
Oh, here's my reaction.
Yes.
I just finally played this like a couple weeks ago.
Did you actually?
I did.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just, this is like I said before when I led to, this is like an RPG in a one shot. Everything here, somehow they put everything in an RPG into a one shot so you can just play it. There are puzzles, there's everything, there's monsters, all the characters are unique, to the point to where I got this and I then had to track down everything else for it. Because I need everything. I need
Capital
everything.
letters.
It's impossible to play without it. No, but there's so much going on in this. I still love Rasputin. He's probably my favorite character on there. But the minis are great. And I'm not much of a Cthulhu fan, I mean, I like it, but it's fine. But this game just sings for me.
That's good.
And the minis, everything about this is great. Looking forward to the next one coming out. I know everyone here has played that. Everyone here pretty much likes it. So, yeah.
I've not
you haven't played
this
it?
No, I still haven't.
Oh,
Wendy beat
I
me
played
to
it without him.
wow. Okay, so you will definitely like this one. So, anyway, that's my number 10. A huge surprise to
promise.
everybody out there that watched last episode.
Yeah, you'll like it.
This is Cthulhu Death May Die.
Number 9 for me is a game that has been in my top 10 since the first year it came out. Very simple, very, very simple route building game, but I love it so much. It's called Caesar's Empire. This debuted 2 years ago on the list at 9. Last year moved up to number 4 and is now back at 9. It's not like a huge fall or anything. It's still in the top 10. But for such a simple game, you put out a piece, a roadway that connects a new city to Rome, and everyone who had a piece of that roadway connecting back to Rome gets a point for it. And then you are also just collecting goods. It's that simple. I mean, it is pretty much, I've taught most of the rules of the game, and I love that about it. It's one I just keep playing, and it's one I keep teaching to people. It goes up to 5 and is just as fun at 5, if not maybe even more, than at 4, than at 3. And so, yeah, this is a game that I love pulling this out at conventions, especially to, promote our own boat. Promote your boat. What?
Are you talking about the
Float-
cruise?
Our own
Float
stuff.
your boat. Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Promote your
Promote
carriage.
your own boat. That
What's
works.
happening right now?
I don't know. I'm trying to invent I'm trying to coin a new phrase. Promote your boat.
What up?
Come on the Dice Tower cruise. I don't know.
There it is.
Every time at a convention I teach this to someone, they expect so little of it because of that cover, and then
I
they end
agree.
up playing it in like 20 minutes, and it's this very fulfilling experience. And they say, "That's not what I was expecting," and I love that result. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you call it? You called it a something building game.
route building.
Route.
Okay.
I heard route. Okay.
Oh, route.
I did
building.
too. Initially, I'm
I
like,
did too.
Old Sworn.
I'm like, what? I know. I was like, and then I was totally thrown. I was like, okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
were
back on.
shockingly silent, and just like
The whole time-
pensively silent.
I was
Whole,
like,
whole time she's thinking, when are they going
Where's-
to build that rat?
I was like, rat.
Where'd that rat?
Anyway, yeah, I'm back in. Explain the game again because I was not listening. I was really hyper focused on that.
Building rats and collecting pieces of them. Oh. All right, my number 9 is my highest rated party game, and this one is So Clover.
Oh.
I love making the connections in this game as you're trying to write down a connection between 2 words, but you've got 4 different sides, and people have to figure out how to rearrange all the little word squares to make it fit. And I just love the process of trying to figure out the connections, and then it's so fun when you're like, oh, this one's a stretch, and then someone says the exact thought that you had, and you're like, yes, I can't say yes, but yes, please follow that. It just makes me happy. Yeah, I love the mind puzzle, and I love late night party games. This is great for throwing in people and kicking them out. You know what I mean? Like as people want to come and leave, if you're just kind of in that convention setting, it's really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's good.
And it's fun to play as you're watching other people play, too. Be like, oh, no, try this. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
really good.
It's my favorite
Nice.
party
It's
game
also
for
very
sure.
flexible on, you can have everyone do one and then guess them all, or you can be like, let's just do one person throw it in there and let's see,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really flexible.
It is also like when you hit that point of that wall and I'm never going to come up with a way to link these.
right.
That is the moment you're like, it's not coming to me.
No, that's when
That's when you
when
just pick one
sneeze.
word.
And
You do.
Yeah.
Like, they can't all be winners. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, my number 9, I will just say ditto to everything Joey just said for Cthulhu
wow.
Death May Die. It's so good. Yes, and I love the Lizzie Borden character. That's so good.
You
Little
would.
axe child. She's just she's so happy with her little weapons, and it's good. No, I really like this one because I feel like the further the game goes on and you get it's not corruption in this, it's the insanity on this, and the more you go on that insanity track, you get so much more powerful. But that also means the game you're close to ending the game, So you're like, it's a really good push and pull as you're not building your character, but rolling for checks and things like that to be like, oh yes, finally, I'm going crazy. This is great. Oh wait, no, too crazy. Oh no, And so it's this love-hate relationship with this track on your individual character. And then the bosses, every scenario feels so overpowered and like there's no way. But my advice to that would be like, you have actually no idea how close you are to winning or losing. swing until the last like 2 rounds of the game. You know, it really can just swing either way really quickly. But when it doesn't feel like it was swung there by luck. You still feel like you had a lot of control, and it just comes down to the wire. So yeah, a really tense game that's just always a good time on the table. Cthulhu Death May Die.
Such a good game.
Good.
Right?
So, okay, my next one was, in the 18 last year, went up to number 9. I think it might go up even higher. This one I love. This is a Weird West game. And I mentioned RPG. This one really feels like RPG as well because you can play through sessions. It is the multiverse before multiverse was cool. This is Shadows of Brimstone. Shadows of Brimstone, I adore this game. Every time I play it, again, I say it's a dungeon crawl like Zombicide, but all the Zombicides. The way you can put everything into this, at one moment you can have a werewolf and a vampire protect themselves with coffin shields, and they're also teamed up with a piano player and a priest, and there's a portal with Vikings coming in. You're like, this is wonderful!
Yeah, why not?
It's so good.
Absolutely.
It's just so chaotic. Everything you buy is modular. You put in, you bring out. And they have they've introduced this whole sci-fi thing where you have some tech you can go. It all makes sense in the world it's in. And this year they have like a hell train coming in and the whole like 1930s Egypt. I love this game so much.
You don't have to say it makes sense in the
I know.
universe.
It makes
I was
sense.
stuck on that too. I was like, it makes sense. No, it doesn't.
You know
And
what?
that's okay. It's okay that
Are
it
you
doesn't make
saying
sense.
a priest would not get along with a piano player? Good. That's all,
But
that's all I
are you
heard.
saying only in this world?
Priest might
Only
be
in this
the
world,
piano
most of the
player.
time. Have you met a piano player?
Joey, the priest and the piano player are not the weirdest parts of this,
That's
right?
a good point. I'm overlooking the vampire and the werewolf.
The vampires and the Vikings.
You know
and
what,
Also,
Chris?
Egypt is sci-fi.
Did you-
How do you think the pyramids were built?
That's true. I know. Aliens are there too. Anyway,
makes
this
sense.
game is one. Actually, we're playing this weekend. There's some new expansions I'm going to try out. It's just fun. I mean, you say, what do you like? You go through the whole list. I want a samurai. All right.
I
know?
like piano players.
It's like I tell people it's Cowboys and Cthulhu. Is what it is,
so
So it's
crazy.
very
I love it.
Weird West. So I'm excited for you guys to eventually try it, and you will. It's my number 9. It's Shadows of Brimstone.
No, don't look.
Number 8 for me is a good standby classic game that I really love. I mean, a classic is, someone out there is going to be like, I can't believe Chris called this a classic. It's only 9 years old or something at this point. This is, what is it called?
Yeah, it's
This
still a child.
Paladins of the West Kingdom. It's my favorite Garfield game still.
Wow, I don't consider that 9 years old. That's crazy.
I don't know how old it is. I'm just kind of speaking completely
No,
out
I
of
want
my
to look it up.
butt here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, I have it written down here. 2019. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
7 years old. Not bad, right? Anyway.
Basically 9.
But yeah, this is one I've loved pretty much ever since it first came out, and it is, I think, the perfect balance between. This is kind of when Garfield games were like, we make heavy games, we make lots of mechanisms all kind of stirred together in the pot type of games, and I think this is the perfect balance of how rewarding and how much you get out of it versus how much you put in. And so this is my favorite of theirs for sure.
This doesn't feel heavy compared to their last 4 games that they put out.
Yeah, but I remember when this one came
When this
out, we're like,
was,
oh, this
yeah.
isn't Raiders of the North Sea anymore. It was that
Yeah.
big step up. But I think it's still approachably complicated and interwoven mechanisms and such. I love this one so much. What more can I say? Paladins of West Kingdom, my number 8.
That's a good one. Good pick. All right, my number 8 was my favorite game of last year, and it did come out in time to be on my list. So it was somewhere in the 70s last year. And this is Pirates of Maracaibo. I do adore this one. I like the Commander's expansion. If I don't put a lot of expansions in games, but I do really enjoy the Commander's expansion, the little bit that it adds there. But yeah, I love this one. This has so many different routes to engine building, and you get to be, to me, this is like a very thematic Euro because you get to be a pirate and you get to sail across the sea and collect all these cards, and you can grow your victory point engine or your money engine, and then you get to eventually get treasure, and you can bury that treasure for more points. And then you have a ship that you can upgrade, and you can get all these cool engine building with your ship. And then there's a track that you can move and explore on as well and get other goodies. And so everywhere you go, you get goodies. And you just have to kind of decide what you want to lean into and how to make that work with your end game scoring. But yeah, I love this one so much. I played this so much this last year.
This is really interesting. I think this one interests me, and well, outside the game and as you're talking about it and stuff, but also that the board, like when you showed the cards, it was kind of a little shock, like, oh, it's prettier than the cover. Like that doesn't happen often with these, you know? Like it's fair. like, and that's not on you. That's just more like this kind of genre. You know, that's something we talk a lot about.
Yeah.
And so, that's a really intriguing description of it. So cool.
Time to admit an asterisk. This should have been on my list. I just forgot it.
I thought you were going to say that's not the real game they showed in the picture.
The lie.
Someone's custom Etsy version.
Yeah, they just like really turned up the blue.
Confession time.
But now this one probably should be at least like somewhere in the 70s or better, honestly. For me, I forgot, and
It's
so
so good.
glad that you're mentioning it for that reason. It's fantastic.
Nice representation.
I do love Alexander Pfister.
All right, my number 8's really exciting. It's exciting to talk about. It's exciting to play. It's gonna make you stand up when you play it.
Oh.
Project Elite. It's gonna happen.
That's true.
You're going to get stressed out, and you are going to, just get involved in this game. Man, this is real time. To me, done right. You know, real time can be extremely stressful, and this is a very stressful game. I don't want to take away from that, but I love that stressful nature is cut down into 2-minute chunks. You know, you play for 2 minutes and it's really stressful, and you're resolving your dice as quick as you can. You're yelling at Joey because he's in your way and he won't roll a move and get out of the way.
Wait, I thought the problem was he was always too far away.
It depends. Sometimes he's just in the corner jumping.
I cause a lot of problems in this game.
Again, you know,
That is how I play Halo.
But then your 2 minutes are done and you all sit down and you're like, we killed every alien. We were doing really good. Huh. Probably didn't need to stress out so much. Or otherwise, you're like, how'd we forget this one? He got through our barrier and is right there and now he lost. It's just so involved during those 2 minutes. But then you're going to go through the actual resolution phase and the pre-planning phase again and all that. And then you're back to the real time again. It's such a great cadence and pace to the game that gets everyone involved and standing up. And I just absolutely love the adrenaline that you get playing this game. It's a video game with board game components. And no electronics other than a timer.
Even when you do well, you're like, it's going to turn. You know?
You don't
get
trust
too excited.
anything.
You're like, yes.
Yeah. And then you get that one, what's the one? The acid monster. You get the acid monster boss that leaves a trail of acid, and you're like, and that's the only time you get rolls. And you're like, come on, just give me a gun. Oh, so good. Love it.
Angry.
No, I'm happy. That's my happy face, Joey.
Oh my goodness. What's your angry face? Oh.
My number 8's Project Elite.
Yes, I love this one. It's on my shelf. All right. So
that's right. Sorry,
I did just get a copy.
You did.
You did finally get a copy.
Somebody watching, a viewer sent me a copy of Project Elite. I was like,
so nice.
wow, I love that. I now own it.
That's generous.
I
My
have to
number
play
7
it.
game is a brick bar of gold. I wish
listen to
I
Chris.
owned one.
I'll listen to Chris. All right. My number 8, I have not gotten flack any of my top 100. I may get flack for this one.
We say it behind your
not a lot of flack. So this one, I've been watching the timing of this. I'm like, listen, this is a new game, and I wanted to make sure it was be out by the time, so I kind of timed it. I think I hit it.
That's why it's in your 10? Is just
No, because
it's actually 35. But
if I didn't put it in there, this list would be out of date in 2 weeks. So I'm like, anyway, it is delivering now. This is a game that we played, I think maybe a year and a half ago, but it was so good, it stuck with us. We're like, I want to play it again and again and again. I turned into that like Dave Chappelle meme, was like, where can I get some more of that tinned? You know? So this is stupid good. Okay. It is like this is what replaced Hadrian's Wall. It replaced I Love Rolling Rights. This is insane how good it is, because everything you can do in this, whether it's mine, whether it's farm, whether it's
fishing, the little
fishing, everything in this, everything is fun. And then the components are great. You have the markers that are like little shapes and stuff. And then there's also in your storage place, it's polyomino, so it has everything. So when you play it, you try one strategy, you're like, I want to do this, I want to do this. And you watch other people like, you're fishing. I wish I could fish, but now I'm farming. You just want to play this again and again. And the fact that it's got the little scratch offs, right? That's how you kind of farm and mine and all that. But also now they have it on like tablets and stuff, so you don't have to buy those. So it's all like unique, so you can actually do it on your tablets. You don't have to buy new stuff.
Oh, wow.
It's so good. It's delivering this week. It's the newest game, but otherwise this would be out of date in 2 weeks. But this is so good of a game.
You're going to like this one.
It is.
It
is good.
seems
Yeah.
up
It's
my alley
unbelievable
for sure.
because again, and no gladiators anywhere to be seen in the entire world of Tin. But it's
Don't even need them.
Don't even need them. No.
I do
So-
keep thinking you're saying tin.
10. No, 10's a different game.
Yeah.
But this right here, it is ridiculous how good it is. Every aspect of this game is good, and it's going to make you want to go back and try different avenues, and that's how you know a game just sings, that you want to do everything the game offers. And that is where 10 is for me, and 10 has risen all the way to number 8.
That's awesome.
Joey, if I were to name any game as my 7th favorite game of all time, would you play that game with me?
I'm really scared, but yes, I will do that. Wait,
Wait.
what's the time limit?
Zubatas, baby!
Oh, really?
7?
This is my number 7 favorite game of all time. It was 8 last year, so it's not like a huge shakeup, but
All right.
I love this. I do not tend to like a lot of negotiation in my games.
Tend?
I do not.
Tend?
I do not 11'd to have a lot of negotiation in my games. But something about how simple the turns are, how loose the structures of this one works so well for me.
They are loose.
And loose? Very, very loose.
They yell at people.
Just sitting here wondering how Joey feels the whole time.
I get yelled at during this game a lot.
Would you commit to play this game with me while Mike DeLisio is in another state?
Yes, possibly. Yes.
You don't have long, so, you know.
He will show up.
I love watching Mike turn into just like the wheeling and dealer. Okay, this is what we're gonna do here. Okay, I know you wanted to the star exhibit. It's so amazing
It's
to
a
see him just
switch.
like come to life. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I don't know. The game allows that, and it has just the right amount of. If someone's not negotiating with you, like, I'll just do something different on my turn. Boom, next up, and I'm just going to jump into someone else's deal. And I feel like it doesn't get in its own way in the way that a lot of other negotiation games do for me. This is not everyone's favorite, but it certainly is mine.
Mike's got your back there.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
He's also calling himself a peach, which is
Here's
hilarious.
something.
Mike, you are a peach, but in this game, you are more of a prickly pear.
You're
Yeah.
more of
It's
a
like-
pit, a peach pit.
Or an animal?
Camilla's words, not mine. No, I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. My number 7 is another Alexander Pfister game. He gets 2 in a row, both in my
Ooh.
top 10. So one of my favorite designers. And this would have been my favorite game of whatever year it came out, but I didn't play it until like the next March. Like came out in December, I think,
Yes,
or
yeah.
something, and it just barely didn't make it. But this is Boone Lake. So this is another one that I absolutely love of him. This is the opposite, Milla. The cover's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the game is really ugly.
This is
Oh,
also
gosh.
interesting though, because this game like super came and went. So I'm interested
Yeah.
to know like what grabbed you and kind of kept it relevant.
I love the card play in this, and so it's one of those games where your cards are the things that you have to spend, but they also are your end game points, and they're also your engine building. They're also like they do so much, and this is one of those games that you can lean into so many different strategies. And then the actual like action structure is so unique. So you've got this little board, this action board, and you pick a tile, and you basically pick the action, and then it resets it for everybody down to the bottom. And so if they want to take it, it costs victory points unless it moves up. And so there's just a lot of, there's interaction on every turn. So like if I do something, I get a big action, you guys all get little actions. So just a lot of the elements I like from a bunch of different games put into like a heavier game with a lot more choices and options.
Okay.
And so yeah, I adore this one so much.
Very cool.
Just
Good.
sings for me.
I love those mountains. I want to go hiking.
Oh, I miss mountains.
Send me
So
pictures.
pretty.
And then kayaking in that river.
Yeah, all of it. I just want to be right there.
I
Yeah.
just want to slide the kayak down from the tip of the mountain right into the river.
Oh, I ruined
well,
it.
that's not a river.
I
That's
ruined a kayak doing that once. That's another story for another day.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Find out where
sounds
that
good.
one
That's not a
flower
story
came
for
from.
another. That's a story for
That's
right now.
a fun
No,
fact.
she's a
Kayaks make
vacation, she's
fantastic sleds over rocks, and then they don't float as well because they get a hole in them. But that's okay.
Who knew?
I did not see it coming.
If you put cardboard underneath, does that work?
It does not. Well, I didn't try. I guess I just I didn't try.
Yeah.
All right, my number 7 is, oh yes, it's a 2-player only game. And I love. This is a 2-player only game designed for 2 people. And that's all. It's not a 2 with the variant here of it. No, it's a 2-player game honed in for that specific player count, and it really shines. Claustrophobia with a year I can never remember. 1643. Claustrophobia,
I see you're the lights went out.
1643.
No, it's not.
That's the year they invented lights.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Claustrophobia 1643. So on this, one person is playing as these heroes, and the other are playing as these hellions. I guess sometimes it's hellhounds or some sort of nasty underworld creature, right? And you're each trying to accomplish some goal, and in doing that and accomplishing that goal, you're trying to stop the other person from accomplishing their goal. And so as you're going, you have these little player sheets where you're going to be rolling dice and using those dice results to select different actions. And so if you're playing as the heroes, you have 6 different ones, and so you roll all the 6 dice, and you're like, okay, well, this one on a 3 action gets this. Ooh, but this one has a really good 3 action, so I'll use my 3 dice down here and my 6 dice up here because that one's better. And so it's just a really good puzzle on how you're going to resolve your dice. But then the other side, they're using the dice completely differently and trying to power up for these really big turns. And I love that they play so differently and asymmetrical, but it's going to be a big fight up kind of, not zombicide kind of fight, but like a head-to-head fight with all your different characters, but also goal-oriented as well. So it's not just I don't want to say stupid Ameritrash because I love Ameritrash, but it's not just a roll dice and rah, 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 see what happens kind of game, So yeah, I love the balance of this. And again, it's so honed in for 2 players. It knows what it is, and it made it just that. It's a big box. It's a big game. It's going to feel like a big boss battle or a big dungeon crawler, something like that, but it's specifically 2 players. It's so very good. Claustrophobia 1643.
Are both sides just as fun?
Yes, I like both sides.
That's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
actually
obviously, I want to play like the Hellions because, well, those minis were more fun to paint than the people, but whatever. I'll be the people too. I can be the heroes sometime.
Yeah, that cover is just bold. It's we don't need the name. You know what we are.
You know what we
Yeah.
are. It's so good. Love it.
All right, my number 7 is really, when you see it, you're like, okay, that's not a Euro, but you get in, it is a Euro. This is Andromeda's Edge. It has Euro style mechanics in it, to where my wife, probably likes Euros more than I do, but she loves this game. This game, the components on it are incredible. They have that kind of that spider out where you kind of branch out and you start to build your army and all that, and the way you upgrade. Everything about this just really sings for me. It's got so many. The battle mechanic is, sometimes battle mechanics bog down a game. This one's quick. You roll, you compare, you move on. It's just very quick. It makes the game it just really makes the game flow better, because I hate when you get to that battle and you're like, all right, I'm going to go get something to eat while you guys finish this up,
Battle should feel exciting. You're like, oh yeah, here we go.
That's exactly it.
But also quick and punchy to get back to the meat of the game.
Yes,
And
because people just want to see the result. So anyway, that's great. They have the tracks to go up. This game, I really love, and it's worth the big box in it too. So anyway, excited to see the expansion come out for this. And I don't know, which of you have played? You've played it, right? You've
not played it, no.
No one here has played that.
I've played the first game, Battles of Monster Dome, or whatever it's called.
Dwellings of Eldervale?
That was close.
Yeah, you were almost there.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 7 is Battles of Monster Dome.
In space. Number 6 is a game that I've loved for a very, very long time. In fact, I don't need to keep saying that because that's every other game on this list except for the one new one. This is the one that Wendy and I have the biggest disagreement on of any game.
Oh, I know what this is.
That I think of any game that we've ever played together.
Yeah, this game makes me angry.
All right, are you team Chris or team Joey before we know the game?
Oh, I'm 100% Joey. Wait, is that an option?
You mean?
You
Did I
said
say
Wendy.
Wendy or Joey?
I realized you said Joey. I'm like,
I
I was going to say Chris, but I'm like, I didn't know I was an option.
messed it
So
up.
I can
let me
sit
do
by
it again.
myself here. I'm Chris. Team Chris. Wendy.
I'm nervous.
We can't be friends anymore.
Crossover on designer of 2 of your games, Alexander Pfister. This is Broom Service.
Oh,
Sadly, the only game of his I don't
I was
like.
wrong.
I
You-
think I'd be team Wendy.
Blech.
I haven't played
I
it.
assume
You don't
I would.
just dislike, you despise
Oh
this game.
yeah, no. I
that's
sat
fine.
and watched you play this game with friends, and I was sitting on the couch and just laughing at myself. So I'm like, I'm not in any of those arguments.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't have
just
to worry
reading a
about any
book.
of this
Remember?
stuff.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't be in a rush to teach you this one either, Milla.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd be team Wendy
This is
here.
a lot of mind reading.
Yeah, it's the idea of you have 10 cards. Everyone has the same 10 cards. You pick 4 each round, and you're playing them in people describe this as almost a trick-taking style. Someone leads off and says, I'm playing this role, this one of the 10 cards. brave or cowardly, right? Guaranteed weak action or potential strong action. And only the last person who plays out the card and says, I want to do the brave action gets to actually do that big one. So I might play it out, and then Joey steals it from me, then Camilla steals it from Joey.
That makes sense,
And
too.
then Wendy doesn't have it, right? So it's just that very... It's incredibly unlike anything else that I've played, that idea of having a stronger action that can be stolen out from underneath you. So you're playing the game, you're playing this pick up and deliver game, but you are playing the players at the table just as much, if not more, than the actual like board itself.
That's cool.
And I love when a game can do that, when you're looking someone in the eye and you're like, you have almost no reason to have taken this card. You're the only person left with cards in this round. I should feel 100% certain I can play this one for the big action safely. But how much do you hate me? So yeah, that's what this game does for me. That's why I love it.
And then I
Broody
curl up
service.
and cry. All right. Well, on that note, that is not my top 10. My number 6, this is one that has been in and out of my top 10. So it was 44, it was 9, it was 38. It's back up here to 7. And this is just because I think every couple of years I end up teaching it a lot and play it more. And then I'm like, oh, I do really like this. And this is Reef. Have you guys played this?
No.
Any of you all? So this is just like super straight up engine building, where your engine is this board in front of you. So it's very like spatial based, and you're building up layers and you're building out layers. And the cards that you get let you build a couple pieces, but then they have a scoring, and those pieces that you build never have to do with the scoring. And so it's just this constant trying to make sure that you have this cool like line of future action set up, but you can only hold like 3 or 4 cards. And so you can't think too far ahead, which is perfect. It's like the perfect amount for me. But I like nature, but I like this so much more than nature because you always have the ability to pivot and change. So you can change what those stacks are.
Oh, the game.
And so
I know. I was like, I was like, should we tell her this is nature? Because she's like, this is all about man-made reefs. I was like, someone's got to tell her. It can't be me. It's got to be
I like
Chris.
trees and stepping outside, but this is clearly better than that crap.
It's like,
Okay. I'm back. All right, keep going. I'm back
no,
with you.
but yeah. Like sorry. Okay. Well, anyways, I love this so much more because I feel like this is the game that I love. And then I played that and I was like, this is fine. But this is so much better.
It
so
looks
much better.
You said nature, but it reminded me just looking at it of harmonies. Would you make that comparison?
I mean harmonies.
See,
I don't mean nature.
I wouldn't have
Thank
made
you.
that mistake had you said it right. That's on
Well,
you. Then.
that's
okay.
fair.
All right.
I like harmonies, vocal harmonies, thirds, perfect fifths,
Okay.
In nature.
dissonant fourths.
Okay, because visually that's kind of the
Yes,
connection
that's what
I was
I mean.
making. But
I like
okay,
this
got
so
it.
much more because you can pivot and change as you go, and so you have this. You just have more control. You're
Yeah.
not stuck with like this is a rock and it's gonna forever be a rock now.
Is what it, okay.
That's
Okay.
all it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I just like this so much better.
Very cool. All right.
nature.
My number 6 is the only TCG on my list, my entire top 100, and that's because TCG stands for the card game, and that is Arkham Horror.
okay. I was like, what's happening right now? Did you steal someone's list?
Nope.
Why is this one higher than Cthulhu Death May Die? That's what I want to know.
Because they are, I think,
point.
very completely different games. One, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I other than theme, I don't really compare them. Like
Okay.
mechanically, hardly at all. I really like the character building in this one. You can customize your deck similar to the other ones in this line here. You have Marvel Champions and you have the Lord of the Rings one. The Lord of the Rings one that I can't remember.
The Lord of the
name
Rings, the card game, I think.
And you
right?
can
Oh yeah,
all kind
the
of-
TCG one. Yeah,
You can
yeah.
also mix
Yeah,
and
so-
match all of those genres into one.
Oh my gosh, you troll. So I really like that you have your character that you build, and as you're going and you have these little mini campaigns you can go through, you can add different skills in and upgrade them or switch them out, and so you have this chance to really kind of build this character that you get attached to over a couple games. And in this one, you are building and discovering the board as you go. The cards kind of become the board. So I feel like it feels more like a board game than a lot of other card games. So not really Cthulhu Death May Die specifically in that example there, but that's what really stands out to me in this one. I also feel in this one, in Cthulhu Death May Die, you're typically fighting one big kind of overlord, not overlord, the great old one that's out here. This one isn't always great old one specifically. Sometimes
okay.
it's little different mysteries that you're trying to solve, something like that. So it's very different every play and with every goal that you're going against. So
And because of
love
that versatility of the cards being the map, like you get some kooky scenarios.
Oh,
which
so
is so
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah. I still remember the one we played where we're like on a train, right? And so the cards are being laid out, in a line on a train. And so you're having to like hop train cars, and so other times they're like cosmic portals that you're going through and, and sometimes it's just rooms in a mansion. Like it's so wild what they can do with this game because of that versatility and flexibility.
Yeah.
So
That's I'm with Mike on this. The amount of content scares me because I know you like it as I know I love this game, but it's just where do you jump in? There's so much out there for it.
Yes. I feel like, either the beginning.
Oh, really? So
but
it is at the beginning.
At the
box one, yeah,
same time, I think you can really kind of start anywhere.
Because some games are like, they've gotten better. It's like, oh, don't start there. Start later where they fix some things. So anyway.
No, I don't think the mechanism, I mean, there's definitely going to be scenarios that you like better.
Right.
But I don't think there's been any yet that I'd be like, don't play that one. It didn't work. It's more my personal preference that I would speak to.
Yeah.
So I think you can just pick one and start and see if you like it. So I'll play it with you after Kinfire Delve.
Now this you can solo too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I heard.
I think it's best at 2. That's my personal preference. But yeah. Anyway, there it is. Number 6.
All right, my number 6 is pretty much Chaos, the race game, and this one I love. It is Thunder Road Vendetta. The name of this game should be like, let's see what happens. Because
I don't think I would have sold as well.
It wouldn't have.
Probably not.
It's a race, but really you can just like, it's not about the race. It's about, let's see what kind of chaos I can make. And it's just right here. They don't have any of the terrain. This is one I probably have the most blinged out. I've got terrain everywhere. Now they have sandworms that eat you. You've got earthquakes. And the earthquake card is great because everybody will then shift one to the left when the earthquake happens. And you could be all by yourself and in a mountain. So it's this right here. It's a great game. The expansion for this Carnival of Chaos or whatever, they made it more of a circular thing. I think I like the base, this style better, just because it is around the race, and then the explosions of things are more secondary. Yeah. This is all one that I love the legs it has because every retreat, every bash or whatever, you see this come out, and people just have a good time. It's one you can jump in. It's pretty simple. It's like, here's what happens. You roll, you move, and then when you hit somebody, you roll and you find out what happens. Yeah. So there's a lot to get into. There's also depth if you want to go into the character abilities and all that, if you want to. But if you wanted to use this just to have chaos, you can do that too.
I think Chrome Shop, which is the one that brings those character abilities,
Yes.
I think that really opens it up. But I'm with you on the Carnival of Chaos. I was like, no, I just want to go straight and
Right.
just, I didn't like that one as much.
No, that one more makes destroying people a focal point rather than like a side effect.
Yeah.
But
But this
Which is
a
funny
lot of
because
fun.
you think that you want that 100%,
Right,
and you
you
realize
do.
it's kind of. I mean, and I know other people like that expansion, right? But like, I like that race. I like that it has this kind of like cool end, and stuff is blowing up a ton, and it feels like the focal point, but it technically is kind of not.
Exactly.
I feel like you do have a little bit more control in just the base where you're, going down the runway, whatever. And so when you have that, it feels like you're more in control, even when you're not.
Yeah,
rather
maybe
than
that's
the
what it
Carnival
is.
of Chaos.
Does it feel like when you play Mario Kart versus when you play Mario Kart with the little balloons and you're running around on
Yes.
the track trying to
Yeah.
follow?
Yeah, it really does.
Very
Yeah.
appropriate. Very appropriate.
No, I like the weapons in
Gotcha.
Carnival of Chaos. They have like a laser gun that's just, those are great. But
Yeah, get it
anyway.
for that.
do
Yeah,
wanna
get it
play
for
that
those.
one.
Just
Yeah,
get those.
get it for those. So anyway, it's Thunder Road Vendetta, my number 6.
New game alert for number 5. This is Galactic Cruise.
Galactic
Yes,
Cruise.
we were waiting for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Waiting.
You had assumed it
Ooh.
quite a bit, like 10 picks ago or whatever. No,
Yeah.
this is. I gave this game a 10 out of 10, and I mean,
Which is how many
I
hours it
love
takes.
This one. What was that?
With expansions, without expansions.
Doesn't matter. All this stuff's good, right? Base game with no expansions, fantastic. You're in for a lot of good play. You want to throw some of those modules in, some of the unique blueprints for all the different parts of your cruise ship and stuff. That's really cool. I'm good either way, like one way or the other. The new expansion looks really neat. That was covered on crowd surfing yesterday, and I really like what you said in crowd surfing yesterday, comparing it to that like Arnak. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
how like it's achievements, but it's kind of doing the things you are already like doing in the game anyway. So yeah, I'm very excited about that other expansion. In the meantime, I've got plenty of game. Phenomenal worker placement, phenomenal onboarding process, the rule book, the player aids, the graphic design, everything about this takes this very heavy dense game and makes it as approachable as possible.
Which is huge for a game this size.
Yeah. They shaved off every rough edge without affecting the core of what the game is, and I really love that. So, so many things that you could do, so many things that you can focus on, and rather than talk about like all those things, go watch the review if you're unfamiliar with this game. It's so good.
Yeah.
This makes me happy that this is so high on your list.
Yeah.
This is one that we can agree on, which is fabulous.
This is not broom service.
It's not broom service.
100% not, yeah.
Slightly different in that regard. No,
This
but
is better.
I think if
in
people
regards.
are heavy Euro gamers, this is one they need to try. Which is
yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like it's like that Lacerda weight, but it's just so giving. You know, it's tight, but it's giving and still tight.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
good.
It's very good. Very, very good. All right, my number 5 is also a crossover with Chris. This is Paladins of the West Kingdom.
Hey.
Is
It's
like
also
9 years old.
My favorite, yeah, give or take a couple years. This is also my favorite of just the whole line of games. I remember that Viking. What am I saying?
Vikings
Raiders
Seesaw.
of
Raiders of the North Sea. Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
I was close.
Vikings of the West
Vikings.
Kingdom is what I was going to say. So
Vikings of the West Seesaw.
Yes. No.
Vikings.
Yes. No.
The other side doesn't even go up.
We started with Raiders of the North Sea. And I was just like, wow, worker placement different. And then whatever, Architects I think was next. And I was like, wow, worker placement different. And then this one I was like, wow, different. I love this one so much. There's so many different strategies you can lean into. And that is just really important for me in my heavier games, that I want to be able to come back time and time again and feel like I can just make totally different choices. And I feel like this has that. I can go and I can kill off people, or I can choose to convert them. Like they're the same cards, but they have different abilities based on how I use them and how they're affecting. I love it so much. Yeah, this one's good.
Nice. Very good. Very, very good. All right. My number 5 debuted on my list last year after I played it finally after being told for years, and I was terrified of this game. It was just hugely, just seemed unapproachable, and I finally played it a couple times, jumped up to next number 5 last year, and is here again this year. This is Too Many Bones. This is going to be a chip theory game with very high asymmetry to the point that you have an entire character sheet that describes all the different actions that your custom dice for that specific character can take. And that's really it. You're a very asymmetric little person, and you're going out on this adventure and going to come across different events as you go on it, and ultimately, again, complete some sort of goal, which is usually have a big boss battle. I think that the character progression in the game is really satisfying because you have all these dice, all of which represents unique abilities that you can do, or some of them they're not even abilities. Some of them are your personal affects. Like there's one character has this little rage counter, and and the more angry he gets, the more like crazy he becomes.
This is a theme in a lot of your games.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
The more crazy I get, the stronger I am.
I love it. Yeah. And so there's this one, where you're a tinkerer, and so you have 3 of your dice are these different parts of a bomb, and so when you get them all aligned correctly, you can make a bomb, and then you get to go into battle with this. But it's so unique in the play, and I love exploring all the different characters. I love pulling them together. I love the cooperation of this game. I think the battles are fantastic and feel very tactical. They kind of feel like a pause on the main game, where it switches focus. Kind of like I was talking in Oathsworn, where there's like 2 part, but both those parts are smaller and they're more frequent, so you go like part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2. And so I just think it has a really great cadence to it as well. So absolutely, I adore this game. And they're asking here, in the chat, is that a playmat personal board? Yes, everything in this. And it's so usable too. It's not just upgraded for fluff, because that player board has those little punch outs you'll see that your dice are actually going to slot into, so you really know it's on this side. I can't mess it up because it's slotted in there and it's not going to get pushed, because a lot of times they're counters. So it's just the production is a little over the top in such an appreciated way,
I
because
agree.
it lends towards that usability.
I criticize a lot of overproduced games. They earn it. They do it really well.
Yeah.
They earn that criticism.
Oh yeah, they earn their praise.
But also it's good. Yeah. So well worth. If you're scared of
I
this
agree.
game, don't be scared of it. Well, do. It's a lot to get into, but find someone to teach you it, and then once you know it, it's really pretty intuitive, but it's tough to get into very well worth it. My number 5, Too Many Bones.
I agree. It's a great game. It's one of those that you want someone in your gaming group to own it, whether it's you or not.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
because like
absolutely.
we don't need to both own it. I don't think that's legal. You know, it's like
That would be
because
too
there's-
many
Too
bones.
much
There's
plastic.
so
Yeah.
much stuff
Yeah.
in that. But yeah,
well, I
this is-
do, and I own.
You do,
I
which is
think
why
everything.
I don't have to own it.
Yeah,
Because
done.
you've got
I
it.
love
Yeah,
it.
it's such a good game. Okay. All right. My number 5 is more kind of a family of games. I put them all into one thing. But this is Clank Catacombs, I think is one he's going to use there. But
that's a good-
Clank
Oh,
as a
okay.
system. So, I mean, Clank Legacy was my number 1 gaming experience of all time, you know, and Clank Catacombs is probably my favorite that's out there that's replayable. But just the Clank system is fantastic. Catacombs does so much with that. I did not know I wanted a modular map until Catacombs came out. And it just makes it every time everything changes. And in the prisoner aspect, little things they add. You know, they don't overwhelm the entire game. They just add a prisoner, you know? And it's like, okay, this is interesting. Little things add to it. Man, Clank is just fantastic. You know, and I still own the base Clank. I mean, I own all the Clanks because I think they all have, like, even in space, I like everything what they offer. But I think this is probably my go-to.
Yeah.
As far as just pure gameplay.
I think this is
Really
the only
fun.
one I've played, and I
Really?
think very highly of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, deck building at its core, but it's really about, you got your push your luck, you've got, feels dungeon crawly, you know? So you've got everything in there, and this is just a virtually perfect game. The whole system is great. You throw the name on it, I'm going to buy it. You come out with a drink called Clank, I'll probably buy it. So I'll probably
Noted.
like it.
Today is the day I enjoy
So
the game alcohol.
do it! Okay, that's that kind of drink. We're moving on. 5 is Clank. What's the matter with you?
I'm a little worried. I forgot to tell Andrew for my number 4
That's going to be exciting.
that there's only one edition of this game, and to make sure to pick the right edition of it.
Oh, let's see if he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Is
Does he
it?
intuitively know that there's only one?
My number 4 is Ethnos. This is
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We almost had to clean up vomit.
We'll see about the overview, though.
Well, see, yeah, they probably pulled the newer one because it's the newer video, right? But
Yeah.
I love.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Here we go.
Go, Andrew! Look at that
Yes.
ugly board. I have no problem admitting that this
It's a good
is
thing he didn't put up Archaeos. Society.
Gorgeous.
yeah, not a looker. I don't care.
Oh, it's a looker now. They had to make something else to make you think, I love that board.
The second edition of this is fine, but it gets in the way of itself. But I love this game. I love the fact that it's such a very simple. You draw up cards on your turn, or you play a group of cards. You're doing the little area majority out there. You're trying to play cards that give you really neat effects in just the right moment. I love how simple this game is. It is just an all-time favorite for me. This is it's been 3, 4, 5, 4 on my list.
Wow.
It's very consistently right here at the top. Danny in the chat earlier said something about one of Wendy's games. I think it was about Boone Lake. He wrote the word fungly, which I think he was trying to say something different. Like you drop the N, right? You know, pretty ugly, right? And it's true, but I also kind of thought maybe he means functionally ugly. And that's how I would describe Ethnos.
Let's go with that because I think
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm going to tell
But
my
we're giving him
parents. That's what I was
credit for
talking
that.
about my whole life.
Yeah.
The original print of Ethnos for me is functionally ugly, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, I mean, I would maybe just like actually pretty and still Ethnos, but I love this one so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want them to be like brighter, happier, like fantasy characters. You know what I mean?
You guys are in a
Like-
war. How many people get to do that? Enjoy it.
I want like a nice sunset, a little bit of
Just be glad you're here.
some ambiance.
Keep me at home.
Keep the same arc. Just make the borders of the cards just less like blue, red. I'm a red card.
It's functional.
Yeah, I don't know. It's functionally ugly.
Yeah.
It's my number 4, Ethnos. I love it.
Functionally. Yeah, that works. All right. Next on my list is not a party game, in spite of what the title says, because
Okay.
yeah, So Clover was my favorite party game. Anyways, this is Sushi Go Party. Wow. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, good
consider it a
point.
party
Yeah,
game.
okay.
I know this is so high, right? But I love this game. This is one that I play all the time. I just almost always have like a board game arena game of Sushi Go going, and I just love just how simple and easy of a drafting game this is. I can play this with literally anybody. I can play this with a 5-year-old. I can play this with, my heavy gaming people. Like, you just play with anybody. Like, I just love this game. And the party version allows you to switch everything up. And it's one that I wish that they expanded more, because I feel like the party version was just like, this is so good. We have so many options now. We can change everything. And I want more.
You still want more?
Please give me more.
You're like, thanks for all of those.
This is
But also I want more.
only game that we own multiple copies of. Like, we own the anniversary edition and we own Sushi Go Party.
Got it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we have about
Multiple,
promos
like,
and
editions.
stuff.
Yeah, editions, whatever. Yeah.
I'm really surprised. I know you love it, but I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah.
That's
It's really
interesting.
high, yeah.
Wow. Very cool. My number 4 has been 4 for a couple years now, so no surprises here. This is Obsession. I love this game. Now, I enjoy this theme. This is one that I think I'm generally pretty neutral on it. It's like, I'm interested. It doesn't do anything for me, but it doesn't take away either. But what I love is the integration of the theme into the board game and the mechanisms here, to where you really get sucked into it, and there's always, I feel like every time I play, there's always that time where someone kind of slips into it and they're like, okay, well, I decided to have whist this time, and I'm going to send the lady of the house with this.
Love the accent you dropped.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it happens every time. There's some point in every player's turn where they're like, get into it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it breaks genders and everything. I mean, it sucks you into it.
It does.
But at its core, it has really great hand management, I think, and really great tableau building, where you're building up your estate and you are trying to hold these different events and having the right servants at the right time and the right family members available in order to build up this estate and ultimately have the most profitable estate at the end of the game, and I think it's just such a great marriage of a theme that crosses into a lot of groups, that I think, I play this with gamers, with not gamers, but that being said, it is a medium game, so I wouldn't be like, this is a welcoming game. I mean, you have to know if they are up for this weight of game. But that being said, I mean, I played it with people who are gamers. They're like, my significant other kind of likes games, and they play this and they're like, oh, this is the one for me. I really feel like his broken a lot of barriers in this game, and I love getting it to the table. And I think it's a pretty easy teach too. This is one I don't mind for a medium Euro game that I think teaches really smooth.
This is one that I finally played at Dice Tower East this year.
Oh, okay.
And I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But because I had always seen it checked out for like 6 hours at a time, because it was always like groups of 5 learning it from the rule book. And so I thought it was just like, this game is going to be so much.
And
then it ended up being much simpler than I expected, because I expected like, whoa.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's very
definitely
midweight.
not. Yeah, it's very midweight. Yeah, so it's number 4, Obsession.
Yeah. Strategy in this surprises me. It's like, wow, it's got a lot of strategy in there. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, my number 4 is a game that I probably play this. I play it a lot. I mean, I played it just at the last retreat and everything. And if I walk by and people are playing this game and they have one extra space, I'm like, all right, I'll sit there and play Space Space. Space Space is great. I mean, because it's just, I think I played it here at the studio. I played several times on game night because they're like, I'm like, okay, maybe real quick I'll jump in because it's so fun. I mean, you get to, again, I like games that keep everyone involved. And this one you do. You're watching who rolls the dice, and there are different avenues. Whatever those cards drop out, you start adding to your market. This is, again, virtually a perfect game, I think. I haven't played all the expansions. I've got all of them. I slowly add some, but I think the base has enough there. So I really enjoy this game. This game is one of those that I gravitate to. This is one in my game group. I'm teaching people a game, whether they're heavy gamers or new gamers. This is one I'll go to. And those games are rare. Those games are, no matter where you are on the gaming spectrum, if you haven't played this, I want you to play it. If you're new or if you just love TI4 or whatever, try this game. Finding a game that hits everywhere is rare, and this does. So this is John DeClaire's Space Base, number 4.
Three for me is a game that at various times has been my number 1 favorite game, and so it fluctuates between basically 1, 2, and 3. This is Dominion. I love Dominion so much. I actually just played a few games back to back at the retreat on Sunday, right before we closed up shop. I got an email that was like, hey, I'd love to try to play a little bit of Dominion with you. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'd love to try to squeeze that in. And with conventions, it's so funny because like I don't really book things because we don't know when we're going to be there. So it was the last game I played. And we played a few sessions back to back, which was second to last game I played. And it was so great to just play this deck building game with people. All 4 people at the table knew it. Turns are going around quick. Everyone
I love that.
not only knows it, but knows the expansions. Everyone's familiar with it. Oh, it's so satisfying. It is the original deck building game. That's all the game is. You use cards, buy cards, shuffle them through. Eventually they come back around. Great, right? But the limitations, the little tweaks that have come from all these expansions over the years just always work well together, which is mind-blowing to me. I love this. It's one of those few special games that means a lot to me on top of being just a phenomenal game.
Well, this is what introduced us into the hobby, really.
Yeah.
Like, this was our obsession until we discovered there was more out there. So, yeah, we played this for years and years and years.
Yeah. I love
And
that's a good one.
And I think you kind of hit on an interesting point there when you talk about everyone knew how to play it and it was just smooth and it was running. That's such I feel like an underappreciated experience until you have it, and then you're like, oh, this is so good, 'cause we play a lot of new games, we're teaching a lot of games, and I love all those things.
I love teaching Dominion to new people.
Absolutely.
But
when you have that, you're like, oh, yes, I can not try, that sounds really bad, but it's like you can just focus on what you're doing and not have that split focus in a game.
Well,
It's so
it is
great.
one of the things that you say try. You can just I can go and try to beat you all.
Yeah.
I normally doesn't happen,
I was like, how's
but
that work out?
you're
It doesn't
not
work out
having
at all
to.
for me.
But you're not having to teach. I like that.
hey, just as a head, if you do this, you can get a few more points. Maybe cut me off
Right.
here.
Right.
Because I like doing that for people.
Just
when
to
they're-
remind you, you have this option. Are you sure? Oh, okay. All right, you're good.
Yeah.
But when you're playing with people who are going for the throat, you're like,
like,
me too.
All in. And it goes so much faster. And you're like, yes,
Yeah.
you can play multiple rounds in that hour that you're sitting there.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3 used to be my number 2. This has been on my top 5 for so many years, and this is Feast for Odin. This is just one of those games that you have so many choices. The worker placement board, I think, has 85 spaces or something like that on it. But they're all logically laid out, so you don't just look at it and go blah. Once it's taught to you, you're like, okay, I get how it's laid out. It all makes sense.
It's not that bad of a board.
But that's your player board. You have to cover up all those negatives.
She's very approachable.
Yeah.
Also, those are all negatives.
All negative. They all have to be covered up. You start with negative 80 points. As many spaces as there are. That's how. That's where you start in debt.
Welcome to the game. You're already losing.
No, but it is polyominoes. It has the spatial aspect of the player board, which I adore, and then it has all those choices of the spaces, which I adore. And then you can go and explore islands if you want to, and then you have more negatives that you have to cover up, and you can get more income from them and more stuff, and I just love it. Oh. Everything about this game. I highly recommend it with the expansion, especially if you're playing it too. It really just tightens and locks everything up so that you don't keep doing the same thing every game, and it kind of lets you explore a little bit more. I want to play this again. And honestly, I think it moved down a little bit just because my number 2 game, I just get to the table more often. But this one, it's a table hog, but it is a love of mine.
Yeah, it's a real consideration is being able to get it to the table.
Yeah.
Need to play this.
My number 3 is a game similar to not Bad Company, Skate Summer. You said I'm a champion for. I'm absolutely a champion for. I think I'm the only person that'll ever have this in this office for sure.
I was like, in the world.
In the world, I'm the only one that likes it. It's a crap
I made
game,
this
but I
game.
love it. No. And it is also a John DeClaire game. This is Eco's First Continent.
That's
Not the one you were thinking, was it?
oh no, I got sad.
I didn't play Dead Reckoning.
To be fair,
enough.
it's not the one anyone was
I know,
thinking.
right? To
No,
be
no, no.
fair,
I don't think John's played it.
In the world.
I love the player interaction in this game because it is very cutthroat, but it doesn't feel mean or like anyone's ganging up on you. So you're playing as this entity that is shaping this world by different land and water tiles, and also putting animals and moving animals, things like that. So as you're trying to set up these perfect scoring opportunities, you might do something that just like wrecks somebody else's plan. So it feels like that. Yeah! So it has this really great tension on this shared middle space that you're building and manipulating together. But ultimately, you have these cards in front of you that you've played out into, and the main mechanism here is bingo, where you're pulling tiles out of a bag
Don't
that
lead
are
with
going to
that.
have different. I didn't. See, that's why I'm 2 minutes into the explanation. Just gonna slip in there some roll and move. No, that's not. But I love that it's you pull this tile out, and based on that tile, you get to cover up a symbol on a card. When you completely cover all the symbols on that card, you get to activate it. But you don't have to cover that symbol, so you might actually want to wait and have like 2 or 3 ready to trigger in a row. So when you do one, this one lets me do this action and gives me a bonus, which is then going to be applied to this card, which also triggers that one. So you're like, boom, boom, boom. So it has these really great turns of this combo that you can set up for yourself. So it feels combo-tastic with a lot of strategy behind it and fantastic player interaction. So I really, really like this one, and enjoy getting it to the table.
I need to try this.
I love that someone in the chat might be calling out your number 2 and number 1. See what happens there.
They're
Thanks for
wrong.
pointing it out to everyone that didn't see that.
They're wrong. They have no idea what's happening over
Spoilers,
here.
hello.
I don't know if
Jeez.
it's true. I don't know.
Anything. Mine are
Okay.
falling off.
I don't remember what
Moving on
happened
to
last
Joey's
week.
number 3.
Oh, my number 3 was kind of my introduction to open world. I think I was talking about video games. The one video game I play a lot. I don't play modern video games, but it's Red Dead Redemption, and this is that as a board game. This is Western Legends. Western Legends is an open world sandbox game I will play with so many people. And there's expansions, fully modular. You choose what you want to add. Do not add everything. I did once, and it was an enormous mistake. You know, it was just too much. I mean, I'm playing with my older daughter, and her husband calls, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm about to rob a train. He's like, all right, well, call me back later. So
Call me from jail or, after dinner.
like, I'll bail you out. So this is great because you can go, it's all about being a legend. You can go be a legend, good or bad. Or you can kind of, ride the fence back and forth. There's so much to do on
Chaotic
this.
neutral.
Yeah, and everyone ends up, trying to get as many points towards the end at, I forgot the place that you go to. It's not the brothel, what do they call it? The burlesque place, whatever. But you get to trade money in for points at the end. I don't know, I enjoy this. You can also mine. And then the market right here. Oh, all the expansions, you would love all like the fun guns you get later. Oh, and then you turn into... You can just, I know, I wouldn't want to play with you because you would just shoot everyone. So you can be good in this.
You can.
And
That is an
so
option.
that is one
Some
option.
might choose.
So you can also fight the AI or you can fight each other.
So yeah, choose
So
them.
this,
Also,
so this is, again, I love all the options of what you can do this game. That's number 3. That is Western Legends.
Don't feel bad, Camilla. Wendy also is spoiled some of the games on my list because my number
That's my
2
job.
is A Feast for Odin.
hey.
I was
Oh.
wondering.
There you go.
Here
what
comes
your
that
2
negative
would
1.
be. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be Dominion.
Yeah, this one bounces between 2
really clever.
and 3 sometimes,
you.
basically.
Oh.
Now, everything that Wendy said about this is 100% correct. The idea of having so many workers to use every round, you're like, this feels great. Then you take an action that costs 4 workers and you go, this feels terrible. But I love it. But you're
But I get
getting
to play a card.
But you're getting such a huge action out of
Yeah.
it. And so then you see the people doing like one at a time. You're like, whoo, you're going to outlast me this round. That's fine, But it's very well laid out. It's such a tremendously fun game. And I think that this is Uwe Rosenberg's just his biggest, most bombastic, but also his most rewarding game for
His
me.
opus.
I need to try this.
Yeah. Magnum opus.
It's a big box, too. Every time I see somebody carrying it. I mean, not by modern standards. but by,
right.
Not by
right.
Ameritrash standards.
Right,
at
right.
least.
Yeah. It's like,
but yeah.
okay.
Well, the thing is
But-
when we bought this, we thought we were going to buy it, review it for the podcast that we had at the time, and then sell it because we're like, we're not going to like this. This
It's
thing
so
is
big,
massive.
it's huge. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah,
Yeah,
right?
and the guy we bought it from sold it for cheap because he's like, yeah, bounced off my game group. It was too much for us. And so I was like, okay, cool, we'll play it, ditch it. And then it's just been our favorite forever.
great.
Yeah, at the end of
Yeah.
the first game, we're like, do you also love this a lot because I think it might be worth
was kinda
keeping.
great.
There's a sit-down discussion.
Like, this is a deal breaker. Otherwise, you need to pack your stuff because it's either you or Feast for Odin.
Oh.
Well, that's weird. There should have been a little alert that came up under you that said, like, reenactment. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know you were there. Number 2, Feast for Odin.
Okay.
I need to
My
play
number
that.
2, like I said, this game I think has beat my Feast for Odin for me just because it gets to the table more, and this one is Gizmos. So
Wow, that is
I know.
It is so high. I
you.
know. I just keep
Wow.
playing this, and I just keep loving it more and more, and it makes
It
me
is so
so
good.
happy to share this with new people who haven't played it before. And I'm like, this is just engine building the game. Like, you're just building these machines, and you're triggering them, and you got the marbles, and I love it so much. And I haven't had a bad play of this ever. No. And so this one has just moved higher and higher and higher on my list over the years. And so, yeah, it's so good.
This one's good. That's a 4-way crossover, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
it's all
Oh,
of
we
it.
all
I
think
think,
so.
I think that's the
Yeah.
only 4-way
This
crossover
is why
we
it
have.
deserves
Yeah.
to be number 2.
There
see?
it is. There
Yeah,
it is.
because of how much we've talked about it, I was like, oh, surely we've already mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I can't
No.
believe I forgot Wendy
No.
hadn't said it yet. I knew she loved it. I was like, I
Yes.
agree though. This game is so good. It's there are a lot of Simon games I'm showing. People are mentioning the chat. That's
And it's
Yeah.
it's funny the different types of Simon
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never
that's
think of
some-
this as a Simon
Yeah,
game.
they're definitely
Yeah.
known for,
And every other one,
Yeah.
Simon's like, I'm gonna give you 20 expansions for this, except for Gizmos. They're like, no,
Gizmos
Like,
and
no,
Ethnos.
that's it. It's
Yeah.
done.
It would be perfect.
There's nothing more you can do with marbles.
Yeah, both Gizmos and
toothpaste
Ethnos
marbles.
are ones
No.
that I feel like just need it. It would be, or not need it, but it would be so
Yeah.
refreshing.
There's
Yeah.
actually very few Phil Walker Harding games that have expansions. Like
That's also a
Sushi
good
Go
point.
has the party version, and then Baron Park has the monorail, but there's just not that many.
The Tile Lang one that I'll think of later. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Gizmo, so good. Number 2.
That's really good.
My number 2 is a little heartbreaking for me, and that is because it is Spirit Island, which is my long-running number 1
You
game of
hate
all
this
time.
game.
I am finding like Wendy has talked about, this has been harder and harder to get to the table, and again, I love teaching this game, especially with Horizon Spirit Island being out
Yes.
there and having that introductory. But I found out of my last 10 plays of it, all 10 have been teaching games, and so I think I'm missing, kind of what you're saying. It's a little more difficult to get to the table, and I haven't had that really just truly engaging experience where I can go all out into the asymmetry of that character or that spirit that you're playing at and really just let it shine. I find myself also playing simpler characters so that I can keep an eye on what you're doing as well to kind of help you, because it is
Yeah.
a pretty hefty teach, I think. So
Well, because it's so asymmetrical, you have
Yes.
to constantly answer questions.
Right, absolutely.
yeah.
And then once they understand all the bases and the flow of the game, and then it's like, okay, now let me start showing you how we work together. And that's a whole nother realization of the game where it comes to and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. This one is just, I think, just so sad because I still love it so much, but it's just it just haven't had that easy to the table experience yet.
It's a big deal because we're already seeing the jokes like, oh, Camilla hit Spirit
Yeah,
Island.
right,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's like,
we're all under the
no.
joke,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But there is something too that, like you said, that rewarding experience of when you sit down and everyone
Right.
knows it.
Yes.
it's so
game you love.
invigorating.
It is,
Yeah.
and then you sit and you finish playing. You talk about it for 10 minutes. Like, oh my gosh, I remember this and that.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And so I absolutely love it. I still do. It just has fallen so very, very slightly. But so I mean, not really.
it's still up there.
For all we know, after this, I'll be approached at the next convention here out on the cruise and be like, "We'll play it," and then it'll shoot right back up. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it'll be like, "Cool, we all know it. Let's do
No,
it."
this is the biggest upset
So-
of the whole top 100.
It just breaks my
It
heart.
does break your heart,
So
right?
it,
It's like, oh.
it is, yes. But I adore Spirit Island still yet.
All right, my number 2 is again a system that I love. The system, but my number 2 is Unmatched. I love Unmatched, and I think he's got all the Unmatched brothers, Unmatched, the co-op, whatever. This system's fantastic. I mean, you mix IP and you mix literary, you mix everything, and it's great. And the adventures kind of made it to where it's co-op, so everyone I think can enjoy this. My favorite is just playing 1v1. It's that's just a classic way to do it. But again, 2v2 works, the adventures works. I'm excited about the turtles. I did not play it. It was at East, I think, right? Or is it
The
Retreat?
The
Retreat.
Returnals, yeah, it was at
No,
the
I
Retreat.
didn't because I want to play it when I get it. I don't want to be ruined. I know I'm going to love it. So this right here.
He's already decided.
I already
okay,
know.
he's
I already
like, fine.
know.
He's actually already recorded the review.
Yes,
that's okay.
yeah, 12 out of 10. But no, this right here again. It's good to play Ali and all the new stuff. And I love mixing and matching. I love how they aren't focusing on just IP or just non-IP. They're giving you wide swaths of everything. So this is one game that I really have to own everything for. And again, it's a quick teach.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, so you're
Even Buffy. I've never played Buffy.
but you're not to the point where you're just like kind of like I talked with Final Girl. I'm like, ooh, I like this location. Ooh, I'm drawn to this. I don't have it. You still feel like you need everything in
I
this.
do.
Okay, interesting.
I do. And that's for now. I mean, again, Buffy was the one that I bought on discount because I'm like, I've never seen Buffy, but all right.
I need
At least
everything.
play it once.
Yeah, so that's the one that I have not opened yet.
That's a good mindset. I need everything at the right price.
It's like I need everything, even Buffy. So anyway, Unmatched. I think it's a fantastic system. I get excited for every announcement they have coming out for it. That's my 2.
My number 1 game, not too hard to predict, I'm sure. It was number 2 last year because Dominion was in the top spot, but back on top is Brass Birmingham. This is a game that I can just keep coming back to, and I have such good, just such a strong love of. Even when I go through periods like, oh, I haven't played it in like a year or a year and a half or so, and then as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh yeah, everything's so familiar, everything is so smooth to just start playing again. Want to try different strategies, different industries, different parts of the board and everything. And I love that it's also just, it really depends a lot on how the other players are playing and just that hand management, that thrill of kind of like seeing things pop up and you're like, ooh, I was going to do this on this turn, but because other players kind of built out this way, I'm just going to lay out some railroad tracks, score a ton of points. People are going to be thankful to me for helping connect all these different industries.
You will.
I don't think thankful is usually the word I hear tossed around. But
I'll appreciate it. As at the end of the game, I'm like 6 points, 8 points, 4 points, yeah.
You are welcome, and you were welcome,
Yeah,
and you
you're
were
welcome.
Also, thanks for the beer.
Right, and that's it. That's the thing about this one. It could be viewed as such like a dry, soulless Euro, and it is not. And I think that's what's so great about it. What really sets it apart for me from a lot of other games that I love is that this one just has that special sense of interaction where, yeah, sometimes it is nice. We're like, oh, I'm really glad that you built that brewery. I'm going to use that beer now. It helps you. It helps me. But I'm happier from this transaction, and I love that feeling.
That really is one of my favorites. So I'm just going to move ahead because it's also my number 1. It's been my number 1 for ages. Before it was cool, before it was like big on BGG, like I've loved Birmingham forever.
Been on BGG.
Okay, well,
like for the whole
It's
time.
like 9
which is
years
like-
old.
I think it's like always been in the top
before it was
100,
really
right?
popular on the beach. No, was it?
No, I mean,
Did it? It didn't start
was in
out
the
in
it was in the top
100.
100 really
It was for a long
fast,
time.
and then
and then
it's
slowly
number 1.
went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I played this a year before it came out, and I really liked it back then.
Okay.
We're gonna get our hipster moment in.
Yeah. I just adore everything that you said. It's absolutely fabulous, and I love that it is just unique in its own way. Like, we have other games where you're building routes, right? We have other games where you're building industries, but the way that you interact with people is just so unique to this. And Steam Power came out and has like a little bit of those moments where like you get to borrow from someone, like take something from someone else, and it helps them flip over stuff, but it helps you. So you see it a little bit in like other Martin Wallace games. But really, like, this one is just so good. And I didn't love Lancashire when it, like the old version of Lancashire when it came out. And then I feel like Birmingham just took everything that frustrated me a little bit in that game and made it better. And it added, just more industry and so more variety that you can go into. And it just turned it into this absolutely fabulous game that I love. And so you're interacting so much, but there's so much positivity that comes from it, while also always being in debt. Because I just like being in debt, I
There
guess.
you go with the debt again. I don't know. Yeah.
The
Negative
debt-
points.
it feels
debt.
a bit
the
like-
debt's really minimal
It's
in this
so
one.
interesting in this game.
Yeah.
Like, you build up your income and you go in debt and you like lose some of that income power at a like faster rate than you're gaining it. But yeah, I can play games where I just have like crazy amounts of income, or I've been like teetering that line at 0, and it just either way, it just feels good, and I have the potential of winning.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they do with the new Pittsburgh one. Like, I'm cautiously optimistic, but they're not cranking these out super. It's like been almost 10 years since Birmingham, so they've earned
9.
the next one. Yeah, 9. I'm sorry.
Really stuck on it. I love it.
I'm excited.
All right, my number 1 moved up from the number 2 spot last year, and this is going to be Meadow. And I think, like I was saying, Spirit Island dipped down a little bit, and so that didn't push this up into the number 1. This one also rose, you know, so it's kind of a little bit on both, and that has a lot to do with the new expansion here. The adventure book. There's like, which I will name in a second. That's going to be with the adventure book. Right. The adventure book, I think, did a really, really good job keeping the game at the same weight, but similar to what you were talking about with the new expansion for Galactic Cruise, or like I mentioned it, with Arnak, where it makes you kind of play the game differently or hyper focus on one mechanism of the game. So it's going to replace the campfire board, and I think by doing that, it keeps the weight the same, but it's going to give you different requirements or different things to focus on in order to get those achievements. There's one in here that I love, that you're actually going down the path and building the path, so you can only lay out your landscape tiles from left to right, and as you do that, you're moving your little hiker along it, and so it really has like more placement restrictions, and that's interesting because it kind of teaches you that element of the game to like focus on where you place things. And there's another one that does that's constantly mixing up the different symbols that are available for those little tokens, those little scoring tokens you're going to fill out. So it's like, okay, I don't want the birds now, but I'm going to want them in a round. So maybe if I do this here, I need to save it because that's upcoming. I can hold off for just a little bit and then jump in there and have that immediately. Something like that. So I really love that I feel like it makes you better at the game at the same time. So I'm just as happy to play without the expansion, because it's like if I want to kind of hyper focus on something, I'll go to that. And if not, I love going back to base game Meadow. I think it just really opened the game up and it is helping me explore it in a way that's pretty easy to teach at the same time. So again, it's quick to get to the table and it's absolutely gorgeous. So pretty with its unique artwork and gush, 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 everything good I can say about it. It's my number 1.
That expansion does sound really cool.
So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right. On number 2, I really felt for Camilla when she was explaining how Spirit Island fell, and that's all. And I felt your heartache because that's how I felt last year. But I want to tell you,
it's back.
It gets better. It
gets
gets better.
I can have hope.
Back to number 1, where it should be, is the greatest game, Dead Reckoning.
I need
Dead Reckoning dropped to 7 once last year because I had a very bad play of it. And actually, I had a good play of this I was at West, and John DeClaire was there, and he's like, you want to
Name
play
drop.
it? I don't name drop much, but I
who designed
did.
this real quick?
He did. But let me tell you one thing he did. He beat us so badly. I mean, he was blowing up ships in the harbor, at the port, and all this. And I'm like, how are you doing this? You are God among men. So anyway, this game has everything. And like they mentioned, the expansions on this are so good. They add so much. I mean, the fact that you can explore, you can fight every single battle, even if you're outmanned, outgunned, there's a chance you can win if those cubes fall the right places. And if you
lose,
lose,
a political speech, you can do it.
You can do it.
I know the human being and the fish can coexist peacefully.
And even if you lose, it's not that punishing. And the fact that you can lose, at one point I lost, and then I found this message in a bottle, and I just had it there, and then you find a lady who it belongs to her, and she's like, oh, thank you so much, you could use my ship. And I had 2 ships, and I went back to that guy, I'm like, remember me? Then
How much of this happened in your head?
Most of it.
Okay.
But this game is so good. It's a 4X game, looks great on the table, and every expansion I get more and more excited about. This Dead Reckoning is just fantastic. So it's back to my number 1, where it should be. So I'm saying there is hope for you, Camilla.
That I will get it out of shrink one day?
No, I'm not about this one. You'll never play this with me.
I've tried. He's talking about good games.
I've given up on getting you to play this. You're never going to play
this is probably
it.
like one of maybe 2 games on my shelf of shame.
Okay, but it'll be a 1X
Like-
for you. You'll be like exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
No, I know. Exactly. It wasn't my copy, so I played a couple times, but not enough to like feel confident in breaking my own copy out yet.
Gotcha,
So
yeah.
I'm like, it's a shrink. Maybe I won't. But it's like I really like it. But man, I need to play it more. And I do have the sagas because everyone's saying that's a
It
great
is.
place to like. It really comes alive there. So
Huge. I don't have the big box for this, which I need that big box. That
No,
fits the
because as
entire-
soon as you get a big box, you never pull it out.
You
Every
said
game
this.
is
Boy,
that
I
way.
did
You,
say-
you're the one.
I
using
did
the
Then it will be
words.
number 7 again,
I
or
still-
worse, 10.
I still want it. All right. So, mine now, number 1 is back. It's Dead Reckoning, as it should be.
very, very nice. All right, and that is going to do it for our top 100 games of all time. If you're just joining us for this one here, be sure to check out all of them because it is 100, and they are all games that we absolutely love. You know, I know that the top 10, and we joke a lot, the top 10 is where it gets good, you know, and that kind of stuff. But jokes aside, we love all of these games. And like I said earlier, I'm pretty much always willing to play these games, you know, that are on the list. So check
100%.
those out. Thank you to those who supported us in our Game Found back in January. As a reminder, the pledge manager for that will close on Friday. So support dicetower.com. Be sure to go and complete that pledge. And if you missed out on some goodies like a puzzle or a plushie or, you know, just giving
Promo
support so we can
cards.
still, promo cards, support so that we can keep bringing you these videos, go to supportdicetower.com as well. And you can check out what we have there. Thanks for joining us for this series. I'm Camilla.
I'm Wendy Yi.
I'm Chris Yi.
Arr, I'm Joey Evans.
And we're going to go play some games.
Yeah, Dead Reckoning.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Bassel. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowdsurfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Bassel. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.